An abandoned, divorced, very confused single mother many years ago, not knowing what my next step was, with an infant to care for, with a toddler to care for, financial struggles, overwhelmed, constantly stressed, suffering from deep sadness, disappointment, depression, anxiety, all of that, you name it. How did I get here? And not only that, I was so angry after so many things that happened. Not just angry, enraged. Rage that I had never experienced, rage that I could not explain and didn't know quite what to do with all of these various emotions that I was experiencing. But let's rewind just a little bit. I remember my daughter was about 1 to 2 months old, probably only a few weeks, somewhere in there. And I ventured down to 83rd Street and Broadway, Barnes and Nobles, which was actually one of my favorite places to go and still is. And I was just in a space of prayer, of meditation, of honest seeking and asking for guidance, asking for something I can read or hear or feel, touch, taste, something to give me some sense of comfort. And I came across this book, pardon me. I came across this book titled Becoming Real, Defeating the Stories We Tell Ourselves That Hold Us Back by Dr. Gail Saltz. And I began to read this book in Barnes and Nobles, and I decided to purchase it right then. And I would advise you to do the same. It basically goes into the stories that our minds begin to formulate as a result of experiencing trauma and childhood circumstances, and how we begin to make meaning and interpret those circumstances, oftentimes in a way that is not healthy for our souls. So my journey began with pain. As so often our journeys begin there, but how do we move from the pain into purpose? And how do we move from the pain into power? That was my beginning. I didn't understand, how do I go forward? But my thought, my reflection for today is look backward, but go forward. Look backward, but go forward. You understand? Because it took what happened in my life as an adult woman to look back into my childhood and to see I always somewhat felt alone, felt abandoned. I had already experienced those feelings and told those stories to myself unconsciously. It was buried, and it took the adult pain to unearth and unravel the story that I was not worthy, that I was not deserving of love, that I didn't have worth. I always felt so unworthy. I was always the third wheel, always the cousin, always the friend, the best friend, the adopted daughter, the practiced child. And I'm grateful for the many, many people that supported me and supported my family in raising me. But at the end of the day, my father was not in the home. I was born to unwed parents, and I questioned often whether or not my mother even wanted a child. But I'm here to tell you today, move from your pain into your power and your purpose. And understand that these things sometimes come about in our adult lives for us to look back at what was already there. The stories we told ourselves that we didn't have value, that we didn't deserve a voice, that we didn't deserve love. And it is there to help us to go within ourselves and to defeat the stories that hold us back. And I'm saying to you today, and I implore you today, my sisters, dear women, to unearth that story, uproot those negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions from within, and replace that old story with a new one. I was beginning to unfold. Yes, it was painful, excruciatingly, psychologically painful, emotionally painful, painful on every level of my life. I was struggling on every level. But guess what? Today I'm wiser, I am stronger, and I am better. And I am so eternally, deeply grateful from the deepest recesses of my own soul and my essence. I became comfortable with me in my own skin. I got to a point and I've arrived at a point where I don't have to, and what should I say? I don't feel the need to impress people. I'm okay with being vulnerable. I'm okay with just being me. I became comfortable with my own feelings and thoughts that I probably wasn't that comfortable with before that experience. I embraced. I began to accept myself and realize that every aspect of me is beautiful, alive, and real. I was becoming real. Allow the circumstances in your life, no matter how painful they may be, to engage you in the process of unfolding your own soul, the essence of who you truly are, and become real. Look backward at the trauma, look at it, but don't stay there. Go forward. It's been the prayer, the meditation, the yoga, the aerobics, some form of movement, Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever you need to do, the journaling. I've been journaling for many, many years now. I don't even know how many journals I have, but the writing has helped me tremendously. And this is all scientifically proven to rewire your brain. You can check out my blog for more information. I just wanted to share a little bit of my life story with you. And please, I implore you to know your value and know your worth. I'm so grateful that as I was giving birth to a beautiful baby girl, little did I know that I was also giving birth to a new reality in my life and a new beautiful woman that I'm blossoming into. And I say that with all humility because it is truly the divine presence and guidance, and I'm so deeply humbled and grateful for such. And I want the same for you, and I truly want for you what I want for myself. Blessings to you and yours during these trying times, and blessings always on your journey. Peace and love.